Welcome back to Influencer Right with Tracy. We're from Vietnam and India. From Atlanta, Georgia.
I was in high school and she was in middle school.
From California. From France. From Pakistan. From Ghana, West Africa.
Make sure you do what you love all the time.
Somewhere in 2018, a question popped up on Quora. The question was, does a husband like it when his wife is a working woman? Most of the answers under that question was yes. One particular answer went on to explain that over the decades, times have changed, and so has the role of a wife. He explained that before, most women were not educated. So the role was narrowed down to staying at home and taking care of the house and the kids. But these days, he explained, most women are as educated as the men and can therefore work to provide income for the household, which is also a benefit. A lot of answers had similar trend or pattern to it. They explain that the income of the wife is very vital for the household, especially these days when times are hard. Today, our guest is a very successful businessman living in California, USA with his wife. And he has a different mindset. He believes and has agreed with his wife that he should work and she take care of the household, including controlling of the income. Welcome back to Influencer Right with Tracy. Let's meet Mr. Seong. Hello, Mr. Seong. Welcome to Influencer Right with Tracy.
Hello.
Hello. It is our honor to join you. And I was so excited, Tracy, when you reached out. And again, I am so proud of you for everything that you're doing out there.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to have you here today. So basically, we want you to share with us your journey so far with your marriage. I noticed from your platform that there are a few things that you are doing a little bit different according to, let's say, our society today. So I wanted to ask you questions in relation to that so that you can share your ideas with us. This is Influencing Right with Tracy, where we share our stories so that we can either motivate or educate people out there. So first of all, we would like to know, how long have you guys been married?
We just celebrated 17 years this past May, last month.
Wow, that's a very long time.
Well, and she looks like she's 24 years old, doesn't
she? Right, so young. That's true. And what would you say have been your main key for success in this marriage?
Great question. And I mean, there's a lot of things that I can talk about, and there's a lot of reasons why I think we have the relationship that we do today. But one of the key things that I noticed was mutual respect towards each other, valuing each other's opinion, respecting each other enough to share. And there is nothing that we don't share with each other. And we are an open book to each other because, we come home, this is our safe place, right? This is where our kids feel like they can just completely be themselves. So everything that's kind of in here gets verbalized out here and shared with her. So, but for me, I think just a mutual respect for one another and just caring about one another for me.
For me, it's he, with his business, he'll come home and tell me what happened during the day. And I'm just here to listen to him. Sometimes we just need to vent, and he's a great listener. At home, I'm running around with our 5 kids. So, I mean, I'm not sure if he wants to listen to every single detail of my day, but I tell him, and he's there to just listen without judgment. And we do value each other's roles. Our roles are pretty clear within our marriage. We don't think one role plays a lesser part in our relationship. So yeah, respect and communication is very big.
Okay. So basically, you feel like it is important to be able to communicate, and you
Absolutely.
should, on the other end, the other partner should be willing to listen.
Mm-hmm.
So you should be willing to talk, and you should also be willing to listen. I think that's very important. And there's one thing you spoke about on your platform that I don't think is quite common these days. And I don't know if I should call it a rule, but you basically have like this concept that you, Mr. Son, do the working, and Mrs. Son, you basically stay at home and run the household. I believe most people these days feel like both parties should be working. It is that important, but you guys have this relationship, this rule, this concept that you work, Mr. Son, and she stays at home and manage the affairs of the household. Will you tell us how basically that works for you?
Sure. And Tracy,
Yes.
please call me Daniel. And I think Christina's comfortable with Christina. You are so
Okay.
sweet.
Okay, thank you
But
so much.
yeah, and it works for us. And we realize that not every family is the same. But for us, I always wanted my wife to be able to stay home and raise the kids. And if she didn't want to, I at least wanted her to know that she has the option to. Now, I was fortunate because Christina, ever since she was a little child, her mom would ask her, honey, what do you want to be when you grow up? She would answer her mom. She said, I want to be a mommy, right? So I feel like I'm living my dream life and she's living her dream life. So again, it worked perfectly for us, but you're absolutely correct. I work outside of the home and I bring home the income, and Christina works inside of the home. Now, there isn't one side that's more important than the other, obviously. And there are days where I wish I could take on her role. And I'm sure she has some days that are tough at home where she could just kind of go out of the house and be with adults, right? For a couple of hours. But I tell you what, I mean, building the business, I worked for 5 years straight. And sometimes that's easier than staying home for 3 hours with the kids when Christina goes out on her date with her friends, right? But it's much easier now because the kids are older. But I think it comes down to I respect what she does and she respects what I do for the family.
Okay, so basically you both have specific roles that you play, and they are your dreams. These are things that you wanted to do. She basically wanted to be a mom, and that's what she's doing now. And you wanted to work, do your business, and that's what you're doing. So it works perfectly for you guys.
It does.
That's great. That's amazing.